Okay, we are so close to being all set up. You have no idea how close we are. Oops, that's the wrong tab. All right, let's close these some windows because we're gonna end up we're gonna end up running slowly and lagging if we don't close all these. I have so many browser windows open. I have way too many browser windows open. I got like 20 windows open. I don't need them all open right now. We can close these. We can close. Ooh, I don't want to close that one because. Ooh, what was that? I heard a notification sound. What was that? Oh, thank you for the follow, Yandex. Hey, welcome. Thank you and welcome. So those of you just joining, because I'm just getting started here. Oh, I'm still setting up, by the way. I am still getting this thing on the road, getting the show on the road, as they say. All right. I think we're all ready to go. I just got to like line up some windows so I can see all the chat windows that I'm supposed to be looking at. Grace, thank you for the follow. Batman is here. Hey, welcome. DT Selmo is here. Hey, how are you tonight? I'm Seth Hillary. Hey, I'm here to perform some original songs for you. I hope you'll hang around. And let me know what you think of the songs. And if you can leave comments and say nice things, Alabama Redneck is here. Uh-oh. I hope I'm not going to offend a redneck with some of these political songs I might do. Oh well, the redneck maybe is not here anymore. In my last live, I did not do any political songs. So I'm wondering, because I started out doing love songs, and then it's such a vibe shift to go into political songs. But I'm wondering if I can start out with them. Of course, those can always drive some people away. But I guess other people like them. So I was kind of thinking of doing some of those tonight. Starting with this one. Oh, and I always a disclaimer. Several of these songs have an explicit word. They're all the same word. It's the S word. So instead of saying the S word, I say spit because I'm not allowed to say the S word. He calls it X. I still call it Twitter. Either way, that site has gone into the spitter. Name calling, rage trolling, lies and outright slander. Hey, Cap, Elon reposting. Nazi propaganda, lies move at the speed of light. No one cares what's wrong or what's right. People spit out insults to that space. They never say straight to your face. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Take a look at Newsmax, take a look at Fox. The way they talk to us, they think we're dumb as rocks. Non-stop, over the top, poison for the mind. 24/7, all outrage all the time. The creation of malignant dreams. A well-oiled hate machine. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Hey, Noel. Anti-social. Why didn't you hear some of the other songs? Anti-social. Anti-social. Online or on the air, it's all gone way too far. Its grip is everywhere, pulling us apart. Giant corporations just keep getting greedier, fueling all the hate on anti-social media. They're fueling all the hate on anti-social media. Hey, happy almost birthday, Carla. And Nicole, I don't know if you're still here. Oh, Grace, thank you for the follow. Oh, Nicole is still here. The names keep like coming and going, but I'm going to pin your comment. And if you say nice things, I will pin your comment. I know some people are having trouble leaving comments. That's unfortunate, but if you can leave one, that'd be totally awesome. I know people can leave them. I'm streaming in more than one place, but on this particular platform where I got a lot of my viewers, and I really love the platforms that sounds like a clock. Name sounds like a clock. I know a lot of people have trouble leaving comments, but if you can leave one, I can pin it there. So, Noel, if you like that song, I got a bunch of political songs that I'm always afraid will offend some people. But, this is one I totally forgot about. And I know this will really maybe make some people mad. But the people who it will be mad are really the people who need to hear this the most. But I hope I can get this right, because I just pulled it out. I wrote this like 5 years ago, and now I'm trying to record it, but we'll see. A lot of people can't afford a doctor, so many drinking water laced with lead. They can't afford to send their kids to college, because the wealthy get their taxes cut instead. With the president and the Congress making promises, pretending that they care about us commoners, but they're not gonna fool us anymore. We got liars in charge, crooks at large, feathering their nests, keeping us in the dark. They make the right noises, but we know who they are. Pants on fire, liars in charge. Half the time they're out there raising money. The ones who give the most get awful chummy. An agenda's gonna end up on the docket that's only gonna line their greasy pockets. And they sell us that they're growing the economy, but if you're buying into their dishonesty, you ought to know you get what they're paid for. We got liars in charge, crooks at large, feathering their nest, keeping us in the dark. They make the right noises, but we know who they are. Pants on fire, liars in charge. They don't hear a word we say, with the money talking so loud. But if they won't listen up, we gotta vote them out. We got liars in charge, crooks at large, feathering their nests, keeping us in the dark. They make the right noises, but we know who they are. Pants on fire, liars in charge. They make the right noises, but we know who they are. Pants on fire, liars in charge. Pants on fire, liars in charge. Oh, yes, it says, I'm to encourage you to please share the live and invite more friends. Well, I'm sorry. I'm glad you made it, Tasha. That's a bad news and good news, I guess. Hey, our basketball. So I'm Seth Hillary, and those joining, I'm Seth Hillary. I do original song. Oh, and thank you, Noel, for the heart me. I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining the fan club. You're so awesome, and thank you for the love. So if you like that, I got a couple more of these. This may be, I got one that may be my next single. I have a single coming out on this Friday, and it's a really fun song, but I'm not gonna play that right now. I'm gonna play the one, because once I start out with the political songs, let me just do those, because then once I start getting into the love songs and other stuff, it's kind of a big vibe shift. But I wrote this one a little while ago, and I am going to release it. I decided I am going to release this song. I've written a bunch of songs about the whole like misinformation thing. There's just so much. It's really what I really feel like that's the biggest problem in our country right now. I'm in the U.S. Dividing our country is all the misinformation that's out there, and some people don't want to know. They just don't want to know, and that's what this song is. We blame our woes on woke and on immigration. We must fight for the rights of the privileged few. We hear it on podcasts and our favorite stations. Whoever tells us different is fake news. We can't tell what's real and what's made up. We take the bull spitting through eyes wide shut. Oh, thank you for the rose. We see what we want to see. We hear what we want to hear. We can look past our fear, but we don't want to. We can research, we can check our facts. A little work to take our power back. It's not that we don't know all that. It's that we don't want to. One owns 7 homes and a private island, while tens of millions struggle to make rent. There's a scammer and a fraud who won't stop lying, and that's who we elect as president. Hey, American, we get less of the pie while they grab more. We swallow all their lies as our main course. We see what we want to see. We hear what we want to hear. But we can look past our fear, but we don't want to. We can research, we can check our facts. A little work to take our power back. It's not that we don't know all that. It's that we don't want to. We don't want to. We don't want to. We got hate we'd rather hold on to. We can learn, but we don't want to. The ones with the bucks control the information. They're in love with our cooperation. We see what we want to see. We hear what we want to hear. We can look past our fear, but we don't want to. We can listen to the other side. Take a risk and open up our minds. We could see right through the lies, but we don't want to. We don't want to. We don't want to. Before we lose it all, this is a wake-up call. We need to learn, even though we don't want to. Oh, well, good. I'm doing the same thing. I'm writing my music and putting them in my videos. So that's awesome. And thank you, Noel, for the rose. You're so amazing. I really appreciate the love, and I appreciate you. So, Mia, how are you? Should we continue in this vein? Oh, thank you, our basketball. So, yeah, I got a bunch of these songs, and I didn't do any of them last time. All right. So, again, I've been writing all these songs about the misinformation thing. And, the thing is, people have completely opposite versions of reality. But everybody's absolutely sure that they're right. You get into these political debates, especially online, and you see the people, well, you're brainwashed. And it's like, no, you're brainwashed. And it's like, no, you're brainwashed. And everybody's sure that they're right and the other's wrong. So I wrote this song. This is like for everybody, including myself. read it, you heard it on cable news. You read it somewhere in a social media post. You saw it recorded in a YouTube video, repeated again by your favorite podcast host. The way I heard the story is much different. I wonder, since we both have strong opinions, how do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight, who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who's fooling us when so much is at stake? Have we both made certain to verify the facts and really look into how credible is the source? And have we considered who profits from the hate and division of the information war? Anyone can fall for the deception. I'm asking you and me the same questions. How do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight, who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who's using us when so much is at stake? How often do we listen to the other side? If evidence were given, would we change our minds? How do we know we're right? How do we know what's true? How do we know who's shooting straight, who's lying to who? How do we know what's real? How do we know what's fake? How do we know who we can trust when so much is at stake? How do we know who we can trust when so much is at stake? So much is at stake. So much is at stake. So, that. Oh, thank you, kids, for 10 roses. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. You're so amazing. So, that song always leads me to this one other song, and this may be the last of these political songs for the evening. But, there's a line in that song that says, have we... Oh, Kim! Oh, kids, thank you for the music album. I didn't even see that. I really appreciate you so much. So, there's a line in that song that says, have we looked into who profits from the hate and division of the information war? And as it turns out, I have a whole nother song that, well, it does answer that question, but it more encourages you to, think about it. It actually does give the answer. But if you have any doubt, see, this is a really good way to figure out who's I'm having a hard time saying what I'm trying to say here. But anyway, let me just play the song and you'll see what I mean, I hope. Turn on the news, there's endless raging and whining about groomers, elites, and radical thugs coming after us. Somebody's trying real hard to keep us divided, as the haters keep searching for things to make sound scandalous. It's easy to get swept up in this culture war until you see who the outrage machine is really working for. There's a trail to the boss's door. Follow the money. Who gives and gets what? Gotta watch the flow of the funding, top down and back up. The fat cats and their flunkies are also power hungry. Who pulls the levers as ever? Follow the money. Owners of private jets get richer and richer, while the fountain of fear's favorite party cuts their taxes. Their 5 men in robes made it legal bribe politicians. 'Cause that's really all a super PAC is. It's pay to play like their corporate donors want it. You and me take a backseat to their profits. Follow the money. Who gives and gets what? Gotta watch the flow of the funding, top down and back up. The fat cats and their flunkies are also power hungry. Who pulls the levers as ever? Follow the money. They know voters will kick them to the curb if we were watching what they do. So they get us mad and they keep us scared, but they sure don't want us to follow the money. Who gives and gets what? Gotta watch the flow of the funding, top down and back up. The fat cats and their flunkies are also power hungry. Who pulls the levers as ever? Follow the money. Who pulls the levers? Go get her. Follow the money. So, I really, I hate when I have to explain my songs, but, oh, thank you so much, Daniel. I'm not pretending, Daniel. I'm I'm not hiding the fact that I have my lyrics in front of me. I have my lyrics in front of me because I played, no matter how many times I played my songs. I have ADHD. I'm diagnosed, and I just forget where I am. So I gotta have like a little cheat sheet in front of me, and plus I got a lot of songs here, and it's hard to remember everything. So there's a line in that song that, unless people who I follow politics really closely, kind of obsessively, but there's a line in that song that I think, or a couple of lines that probably, unless you follow politics really carefully, maybe you don't know what I'm saying there. So the one line is, "Their 5 men in robes made it legal to bribe politicians," because that's really all a super PAC is. And what I'm referring to there, well, actually, I could say 10 men in robes, because there's actually one thing that happened back in the 70s, but the more recent thing happened in 2010, which built on so I'm talking about the Supreme Court. 5 conservative judges, all men, first back in the 70s, ruled, this is like one of the most destructive rulings of all time, that money is not bribery, but it's actually free speech. So when corporations or billionaires donate to politicians, they're not bribing them, they're just expressing their free speech. And then they also said that corporations are people. So then that gave way to the more famous ruling that came out in 2010, known as Citizens United, which basically they just took away pretty much all the limits on the amount of money that billionaires and corporations can donate to the campaigns. So these 5 men in robes made it legal to bribe politicians, is what that line says. And that's really all a super PAC is. Now, a super PAC, there used to be something just called a PAC. It's a PAC, Political Action Committee. It's an acronym. And there was a limit. You could donate a maximum of $3,500 to a PAC each election campaign, and each politician could have like one of these. But they got rid of that with the Citizens United, and now they can have these super PACs with unlimited corporate donations and billionaire donations. And that's like how Elon Musk was able to contribute $275 million to the presidential campaign. It's absurd that one person should be able to have that much power, but the Supreme Court, with 5 conservative justices, all appointed by the same party, made that ruling, and that same party doesn't want to overturn it. I'll just say the other party has introduced constitutional amendments to overturn that ruling, but the party that appointed those judges have no interest in changing that. They want to keep things just exactly the way they are. Yeah, right, Nicole. No kidding. Oh, wow, it's true. So that's why I encourage people to, get involved in politics, because this all affects all of our lives. That's why I write these songs, because politics joined. What do you mean joined? It says joined. I'm not sure what that means, but so thank you, Daniel, so much. So anyway, I guess I can do. Let's switch gears. I've done like, I didn't do any of these songs last time. I have this other song that's a universal message song, and unfortunately, I've sang it a bunch of times, and now I'm afraid I can't sing it because on the platform whose name sounds like a clock, this is an anti-war song, and I can't sing it because there are 2 words that are prohibited. Oh, thank you, Nicole, for another rose. Oh, thank you so much. So, I could sing it and put in, like, I guess I could do that. Instead of, there's a word that starts with K and rhymes with hill, and I'm not allowed to say that word. So I guess I could say chill instead. And then there's a word that, on TikTok they use the word pew-pews as an acronym for that word. And I'm singing in this song that I want to ban. I want to get rid of them. I want them to not be needed anymore. But I'm not allowed to say that. So I guess I can sing buns instead of that. It rhymes. So now that I've talked about that song, I guess I'm going to have to sing it now. So again, I'm going to use these rhyming words. It kind of ruins the song for me, but I'm not allowed to say these things. I could get banned for singing those words. So wait, I forgot how this song starts. The soldiers and the missiles, the rubble of the buildings, the ever-growing toll of death. I can't fathom all the killing. Oops, I said the wrong word. I sit in my comfortable living room, thousands of miles away. I hope I don't get banned. Trying to come up with something deep and important to say. But the evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to unleash. So all I can do is hope I'll break through one more song about peace. The song won't stop an army. I can't undo the bombing. But if I can touch a single heart, at least that would be something. So I'll send this one simple message out to anyone I can. Shouldn't be a whole lot to ask for. Just be kind to your fellow man. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to preach. So all I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. I picture a time where armies and buns are replaced by cooperation, 'cause every impossible dream come true starts with the imagination. The evils of war have been covered before. I've got no new world-changing thoughts to teach. All I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. All I can do is hope I'll break through with one more song about peace. So here's one more song about peace. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I sang the other word that I wasn't supposed to sing because I forgot. I hope the algorithm doesn't penalize me. It's really kind of crazy that you're not allowed to sing an anti-war song because it has words that are related to war. But I also have an anti-pew-pew song. I had to change I had the same word in there, but actually so I changed it. Actually, I like the new word better in that song. So I don't know, maybe I should, I have a song coming out on Friday. This Friday, a brand new single will be out. So I think I'm going to do that song. And this is a total change in gears because this is just a fun love song. So I hope you will enjoy this. This will again be out on Friday. And I'll just play it. I can tell the story of how I wrote it, but maybe I'll do that afterwards. Because as you see, the title of my live now is Original Songs and Yap Music. And see, what I like to do is I tell the stories of the songs, or sometimes I just go off on tangents. But I got my guitar here, and I'm kind of playing around on the guitar, so this is Yap Music. What I'm doing right now is Yap Music. And I have had some requests, actually, to tell more stories about the songs and talk about the writing process more, which I have not actually been doing tonight, but I will. But I'm going to play my new single first that's coming out on Friday, this coming Friday. Sitting on the sofa, swiping right and left, one lonely night, darker than the next, an empty bed, waiting for me, no ray of hope I can see. Then fast as a flash from the sky came the one who opened my eyes. Aurora is the light of my life. Her aura shines through the night. Like a burst from the stars, she brightens my heart. You can't know how much I adore her. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. Hair is red as fire, eyes of emerald green, a heart of gold from out of a dream. She brings color to my world, makes the flame inside me burn. Aurora is the light of my life. Her aura shines through the night. Like a burst from the stars, she brightens my heart. You can't know how much I adore her. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. A greater glare than a solar flare. She electrifies the air. Aurora is the light of my life. Her aura shines through the night. Like a burst from the stars, she brightens my heart. You can't know how much I adore her. My love overflows in the glow of Aurora. Like a burst from the stars, she brightens my heart. There's nothing I would Hi. Are you saying the music style? I'm not sure what you mean. The music style? Actually, my roots are, might be able to tell I'm older than that. Oh, thank you, YK. I'm going to pin your comment. I know some people having trouble leaving comments, but if you say something nice on at least on this platform, I can't pin comments on all the platforms. I can only pin it on 2 platforms. But if you're on one of them and you say something nice, I will pin your comment and you'll become world famous around here. Well, Daniel, I'm a songwriter. I'm here to do original songs. So I hope you are enjoying my originals. I have a current single. Oh, so what? I was going to talk about the song I just played. So there is no actual person. I don't know anybody named Aurora. But you know, I've always had this fascination with astronomy. I think it goes back to when I was a kid. I mean, when I was a teenager, I remember I used to be at summer camp and I'd go outside with my girlfriend and we'd sit out on a blanket and look up at the Milky Way galaxy. And I was just like, you know, I was like, wow, I just try to picture, you know, because you see this cloud and you really think about it and it's like, these are all, that cloud is just so many stars so far away that they all blend together to look like a cloud. And I'd sit there I'd try to imagine how far away, like these are, like each one of these stars is like a sun. And it's so far away that it's just this little dot in the sky. And my mind would be blown trying to picture how far away they were. And then, I don't know, about 20 or so years ago, I found this book called 100 Billion Suns. And it was just talking about the formation of the galaxy. And that really blew my mind because there's 100 billion stars in our galaxy alone. But then our galaxy is just part of a cluster of galaxies, which, you know, they showed this kind of map of the known universe. And it's like the local cluster. I'm like, local? I mean, we're talking about like unfathomable distances. That's just our own galaxy. And it's the cluster of galaxies that's local. I'm like, oh my God, you know, it's like, it just totally blows my mind. These numbers are just totally inconceivable, these distances. So anyway, I always wanted to see a total eclipse. That was one of my dreams. And I had 2 chances in the past 8 years and I missed them both. So the next thing on my list is I want to see the Northern Lights, but you know, I'm too far south. But recently, they said the Northern Lights are visible across the U.S. So I went outside and it was cloudy out. But then suddenly I was thinking, you know, the Aurora Borealis, which is the technical name for the Northern Lights. And the Aurora, you know, that's a beautiful name. It's a woman's name and it sounds really musical. I bet I could make a song out of that. And I've really only written one other song with a woman's name in the title. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I did. It came out. I really liked the way it came out. I hope you did too. So maybe I should do my current single. So this will be my current single until Friday when my new one comes out. But this is a song, you can think of this as a breakup song, but I like to think of it as a healing song. So this song actually has a life message that I think is important. So this is my current single, As I Said. And there's a story behind this too. The waves are missing her, keep rolling in. Her empty side of bed staring me down. I try to dry my eyes, but they fill up again. So I give in and let it all pour out. With every tear that falls, there goes one more drop of pain from deep inside the vault of a heart that loves in vain. But I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. At first, I hit the bottle, but that didn't work. A rebound romance by bit, I'm leaving her behind. With every tear that falls, there goes one more drop of pain from deep inside the vault of a heart that loves in vain. But I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. At least I've begun to learn I'm tough enough to be a little weak, to soften up with every tear that falls. There goes one more drop of pain from deep inside the vault of a heart that loves in vain. But I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. I'm feeling hints of healing, though each trickle might be small. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. Hey, I see there are now 4 people watching on the platform that's whose name starts with FAV. Oh, and thank you so much for the tuned in. I object, Your Honor. Thank you so much. There were people watching on that platform than usual. I really don't understand this platform because, you know, I go on there and then everybody's just chatting with each other. And, you know, I want to perform music. I'm kind of not like here to just like chat with, especially most of the people are much younger than me. And I actually did try to get into a couple of chats over there, and like nobody wants to talk to this old guy. But I'm here to perform music, so I'm so glad that you're here. I object, and thank you so much for the tuned in. And you are so tuned in, and I'm tuned in, and you're really awesome, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love. So that is my current single, and as I said, my new one's coming out on Friday, this coming Friday. And you can pre-save it. You know, there's a link on my WEBSITE, which you can get to from the LINK in my profile. I also made a shirt, by the way, out of the album cover. The album cover came out pretty cool, so I made a shirt. I think you can get it there now. I think it should be there now on my WEB site. Hey, young YouTubers here, welcome. So I'm Seth Hillary. Those just joining, I do original songs. I just did my latest single. You know, I got a couple of some unreleased songs that we're almost up to 5,000 likes on the platform, starting with the letter T, the vertical platform. And Keith Kwaku is here. Welcome. Thank you. So those just joining, again, I'm Seth Hillary. Thank you so much, you young YouTuber. I do original songs, so if you like these songs, I wrote them all. And if you don't like them, I still wrote them. There is an exception, though. I'm a big Deadhead, so occasionally I can be talked into doing a Grateful Dead song. Also Grateful Dead songs tend to be really long, so there aren't really that many that I can really play on the live without like taking up too much time. So there are like two or three that I can play. So what should I do next? Should I do an unreleased song or should I do a released song? And if I do a released or an unreleased song, you know, I have my song. So I've already done several of my political / protest / message songs. So I probably won't do any more of those. But I can do love songs. I can do like sad or angsty love songs. I call them troubled love songs. Or I can do mental health songs, or I can just do like fun songs. Or I have the category what I call life songs, which are kind of about my life or life in general. Oh, you play the bass. I don't play the bass. I have to when I do my recordings. I do everything myself, DIY. So I have to, what I was doing before, for a while I was like recording a bass part on my guitar, and I don't really know what I'm doing on the bass, but I managed to come up with something decent. And then I could convert it to MIDI using this, app, using this plugin. But the conversion process doesn't work that well, and my playing of the bass part's not that great to begin with. And it turns out to clean up the conversion is just like more work than if I were to just take, what they call a pencil editor they call it a DAW, digital audio workstation. So I can just take the MIDI and draw in one note at a time. It actually takes less time to do that than it does to play the bass part on the guitar and then convert it. So that's what I've been doing, but it's really tedious to do the bass part. But anyway, I'm still undecided about what to do. My set lists are totally unplanned. All right, let me do this unreleased song. This is another sad but hopeful song. So this, if I can find it. What is it called? I'm trying to remember what the song is called. Oh yes, now I know. All right. So I really like this song. I hope you like it too. It's a sad but hopeful song. And Caden, thank you for liking the live. We're almost up to 5,000 likes. That is so amazing. And if you're enjoying, please comment also if you can. I know some people are having trouble leaving comments on the platform whose name sounds like a clock. But if you can leave a comment and say something nice, I'll pin your comment. You'll become world famous around here. Okay, so tell me what you think of this. This is unreleased. There's a hill. I don't. Oh, all right. I was gonna do this other song. I just remembered the current single that was born from another song, and I was gonna tell that story and play that song. But all right, I start this one song. There's a hill I don't feel like climbing. There's a word I don't feel like rhyming. I see no roses to stop and smell. Got no stories left to tell. But when there's nothing left to say and all inspiration's gone, as long as there's another day, there's always one more song. There are times I gotta push on forward, or just let myself be transported. There are words and there are sounds out there waiting to be found. And even when I've lost my way and everything feels wrong, as long as there's another day, there's always one more song. When the fire seems to fade and I start to feel afraid, it all comes down to faith. I look for ways to keep on going. Eyes and ears, and heart wide open. I know I'm always gonna have a chance till I've danced my final dance. When there's no music left to play, I keep the switch turned on. 'Cause as long as there's another day, there's always one more song. When the switch turned on. 'Cause as long as there's another day, there's always one more song. As long as there's another day, there's always one more song. So let me know what you think of that song. Oh, thank you so much. I object. Your Honor. I'm so glad you like that song. It's unreleased. I kind of started recording it. I have a few others that there's another one that I already have recorded. Oh, thank you. So this is a breakup song with an attitude. Now this is the singer doing the breaking up, so it's not sad at all. I would love to hear your opinion of this. Whether I mean, it's recorded, so I guess I'm going to release it at some point. But I hope you like this one. Let me know what you think of this one. You keep giving me advice that I never asked for. Like you're a self-appointed one-man task force whose job it is to save me from myself. As if I really need that kind of help. I want a friend, not a critic. Kindly take your opinion and go stick it. At least you gave me fuel for a lyric. This is my so long song. When I talk to you, I tiptoe over eggshells. I'm afraid the truth might damage your inflated brain cells. You'll never be the angel you pretend to be. You're projecting your own bullshit onto me. I want a friend, not a critic. Kindly take your opinion and go stick it. At least you gave me fuel for a lyric. This is my so long song. Goodbye can be a sad and lonely thing. But now I've got a song I get to sing. I want a friend, not a critic. Kindly take your opinion and go stick it. At least you gave me fuel for a lyric. This is my so long song. At least you gave me fuel for a lyric. This is my so long song. This is my so long song. I'm singing my so long song. So what do you think of that one? Oh, thank you so much. Actually, well, I'm so glad you like it. Actually, I'm afraid to release that song actually because it is real and you might be able to tell it came from a real oh, well, that's an amazing compliment. Thank you so much. So it did come from a real situation, but I'm a songwriter. As I say, don't let the facts get in the way of the truth, or don't let the facts get in the way of a good song. So the song isn't exactly, I don't want to say everything I said in that song. I don't want to say to the person who inspired it. I mean, it's not all stuff I really want to say to this person. And I'm afraid if I release it, they might recognize themselves and think that I'm saying all these things to them, and they would get really offended. And I don't want that to happen. But that is from real life, that song. Hey, Metal! Mehmet. Oh, Mehmet. How are you? might release it and then just not announce it to my mailing list because that person would be there and they'd see it. Or I might release it and just, if they get offended, I'll say, well, what, if the shoe fits, you know. So, yeah, I know Taylor Swift has one. I have, well, my current single, which I did earlier, is a breakup song, but that's, you know, the singer has a broken heart and is trying to heal from it. And is actually healed. Okay. I go off on tangents. And this is what I do. And this is yap music because I'm yapping while playing around on the guitar. So this is, thank you so much, young YouTubers. So my current single, With Every Tear That Falls, okay, there's a line that I based the whole song around. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. It turns out that's a line in another song that I wrote. And I started that song 30 years ago. And that song actually led to 3 different songs, including my current single. But 30 years ago, that song, you know, I wrote it. And I made a demo recording, you know, because back then I was just writing songs to get other artists to record them. I wasn't putting out my own songs. So I'd record a song and then I'd hire studio musicians and singers and they would, you know, make a demo recording for me. And I spent all this money on a demo recording of that song. And then I realized it's not ready. So shortly after that, I had a chance, well, this is another story. I had a chance to write I was invited to write with a Grammy-nominated songwriter, and I thought he could help me fix that song. And I played it for him, and we ended up writing a different song with a similar idea and a similar title. But that song had this line in it, and then I kind of forgot about that song. And 30 years later, I remembered, oh yeah, I like that song. Maybe I can fix it now. So I pulled it out and I rewrote it. And as I was rewriting it, you know, again, I saw that line of gaining strength with every tear that falls. And I thought, that should be its own song. So I wrote that. And then I finished rewriting the other song. And I'm going to play that one for you. So this is the song that gave birth to my current single and one other song. This is also a breakup song. Charged into the fire, so in love, I never could have known it would all blow up. But the hot nights and the fights, the begging you to stay, hey Kate, good, were just a hard luck tale to tell someday. Another war story of a brave and battered heart, another blaze of glory, the changing of the guard. Now you and me are history, a dream that got shot down, another war story from love's great battleground. May be hurt, but I'm standing tall. I'm gaining strength with every tear that falls. The struggle is to just give up and let go, and chalk it up as one more chapter closed. Another war story of a brave and battered heart, another blaze of glory, a changing of the guard. We're nothing but a memory, a dream that got shot down, another war story from love's great battleground. Hey, H2O, the wound's gonna mend, I'll find the one that won't end as another war story of a brave and battered heart. Another blaze of glory, the changing of the guard, where nothing but a memory, a dream that got shot down. Another war story from love's great battleground. Another war story from love's great battleground. Oh, thank you so much. I object. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. So I'm Seth Hillary. I'm doing original songs. If you like these songs, I wrote them all. If you don't like them, well, I wrote them also. Although, okay, so I just told you this story that song led to, well, itself and my current single. But as I mentioned, shortly after I wrote that, it wasn't quite finished. I had an opportunity. I was invited to write. Oh, Sugar Magnolia. Oh my goodness. Sugar Magnolia is gone. Oh my goodness, I'm a deadhead and I didn't even see Sugar Magnolia was here. I hope you're still here. But anyway, I got invited to write with a Grammy-nominated songwriter because he heard one of my songs and he liked it. And it's really hard to get to write with those people. Everybody wants to write with those people. So to be invited to write with someone like that, it's a big honor. So I played him that song I just played you. And I thought he'd help me fix it. But he loved the idea of the war story. Thank you so much. So he loved the idea of the war story, but I guess maybe he just didn't want to write a breakup song. He wanted to write a love song. So we took that same idea and wrote a completely different song with basically the same idea. So now I'll play that for you because I just told you the story. So these are all three songs that came out of that one song. So if you like those, this is one of my I've actually written several songs with different hit songwriters. And this is one of them. This is the first one, I guess. It must have looked bad to your mom and your dad. I can still see the look on their face when I walked in the door and there you and I were locked up in a loving embrace. I thought that our future was all in the past, but now years later we can look back and laugh, telling old war stories from love's battleground, where we won and we lost, and then turned it around. From the lowest of lows to the greatest of glories, safe in each other's arms, telling old war stories. Remember the night we had our big fight, locked me outside in the yard. It started to rain and I pleaded in vain, but you made me sleep in the car. They say love conquers all, and I swear that it's true. 'Cause here I am now on this couch holding you, telling old war stories from love's battleground, where we won and we lost, and then turned it around. From the lowest of lows to the greatest of glories, telling old war stories from the lowest of lows to the greatest of glories, safe in each other's arms, telling old war stories. Wow, I just realized I've been live for more than an hour. You know, I always try to do songs for an hour, and I don't always make it because I have chronic fatigue. I have long COVID, which has resulted in this chronic fatigue. And I didn't even realize I'd been live for an hour. But now I'm starting to realize the fatigue. So I don't know how many more songs I should do. You know, I want to avoid. There's something called post-exertional malaise. I actually have a song about this topic, this long COVID, but I don't know if I should play it now. I don't know what I should do next. I don't know if I should do one more song. I guess I should at least do one more. I think I can do one more. But what should I do? I can do another, love song. I can do another country song. I can do a sad song. I can do a mental health song. I haven't done any mental health songs tonight, so I should probably do one. So this one I feel like kind of is like my signature song now. I just wrote this I guess toward the end of last year. I released it in January. And as you may be able to tell, my style, it's hard to fit me into one single genre because some of my songs are, country and some of them are rock. My roots are classic rock. Some of them are a little bit pop. So I wasn't sure how I should, this song could be done. I could have done it rock, pop, country. And then I thought, okay, I decided to release it as a country song. Actually, I do most of my productions all by myself now. It's DIY, do it yourself. But I was having trouble with my recording software. So I hired somebody to make a recording of this for me. So they did he did a country demo. But then I thought, I should do it. This should be a pop song. So I have two versions of this out there now. And you can hear them both online. So just go to the LINK in my profile. It'll take you to my WEB site where you can not only stream but download my music and get my artist merch and everything. Or you can go to the the streaming platforms that everybody knows, and the songs are there too. But anyway, this is I really like the song because it's an anthem of self-acceptance. So this falls into two categories. I have my songs categorized. One category is mental health songs, and one category is life songs. Life in general. This falls into both of those. So I hope you like it. I got no fashion sense. Don't like to follow trends. I dress the same as I did back in school, and that's true. It killed me way back then. I never could fit in. But now I could care less if I'm not cool. I'm just being me, minding my own business, not trying to be the same as you or different. The pressure to conform can be hard to ignore, but I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. I get anxious and depressed, distracted and obsessed, and sing away my troubles in a song. I fumble and I flail, I fall down and I fail, then pick myself back up and move along. Just being me, taking care of business, not trying to be the same as you or different. The pressure to business. Not trying to be the same as you or different. The pressure we do good for can be hard to ignore. But I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. No, I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. Oh, actually, I've been busy today actually trying to create a t-shirt from the line, I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. I have been working on that actually this afternoon. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I decided, I really should do that. So I've been working on that, and Emiliano, are those ice cream cones? I don't know. I know some people are having trouble leaving comments. I don't know if you are too. I know the emoji comments go through, and a lot of the text comments do not go through. But if you do leave a nice comment, I will pin it, and I guess I'll pin the ice cream cones. Why not? But if you can say something nice, if I can pin it, I will. So let me see. I don't know if I should do any more songs because I don't want to ruin my health. What's going on here? Why can oh, here it is. Okay, so let's see. A new message came in. What does it say? They're yams. Oh, okay. I yam what I yam, I guess. Oh, thank you for the heart me. So who sent the heart me? My Prestige Worldwide. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the love and joining my fan club. And yeah, all it takes is a heartbeat, or I guess now a Go Popular will also put you in the fan club. And I guess that entitles you to like stickers and stuff. There's some stickers you should be able to get as a member of the fan club. And then there's the super fans. If you want to become a super fan, that'd be totally awesome. And I've been meaning to add a VIP channel to my Discord for the super fans. My Halloween, I don't go anywhere anymore. I just sit home because of my chronic fatigue. Unless I go out shopping or to the doctor. Although I did make a couple of trips recently to visit my kids. But I have to lie down every couple of hours. Well, today I made it like 3 or 4 hours without having to lie down. But I always have to lie down before I do the live because, So I'm pretty much stuck at home. But I kind of feel like we cheated. We got candy to give out to the kids. But we didn't want to answer the door. So we left it out in a basket in front of the door, which I feel like, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of Halloween because the kids come around in their costumes. They don't get to ring the bell, trick or treat. And we oh, you're so cute, nice costume. So the costumes just kind of get wasted and it just kind of becomes, they're going around grubbing for candy. But we decided we didn't want to have to answer the door all night. And it's better to give them candy than not to give them candy. So we did that. We've done that a few times now. So now I'm not doing songs, but I'm doing yap music because I'm yapping while I'm playing around on the guitar. So this is yap music. I'm really trying to decide. I really want to do another song, but maybe I should wait. I do this. My regular schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 9 to 10 p.m. I always try to do songs for an hour. I don't always make it because sometimes the fatigue just creeps up on me before the hour's over. But tonight we went well over the hour, which is good. I'd really love to, my dream as far as this goes is to be able to go live for 2 hours at a time. And I don't know what's different. Emiliano, you were here like a year ago. I remember there used to be like 200 or 300 people in the room at a time. I don't know what happened. Like at the beginning of the year, the algorithm decided it didn't like me or something. I don't know. But if you can share and comments bring people in and if you could support me with the live goal or otherwise from that little pink box in the corner, that really signals to the algorithm that you're having it, that you're enjoying the live, and it sends more people. And comments, and of course likes. But the GIFTS really triggers the algorithm more than anything, and it shows, and it makes me feel so appreciated. It shows the love, so I really appreciate anybody who is supporting me like that. Oh, thank you so much. Go Popular. 19 of them. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Prestige. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for the love. You're so awesome. 19. My best friend when I was growing up, we started drifting apart in junior high because we were in different classes. So when I was in New York City in junior high, I guess now they call it middle school. But in New York City, we called it junior high, which was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. However, for the smart kids, there was a program called SP, which stood for Special Progress. And if you were in the SP, you had a choice. You could be in what they called the 2-year or the 3-year SP. And in the 2-year SP, you skip 8th grade. And I could have done that, but I didn't want to skip 8th grade because I didn't want to be younger than everybody else. I was like, I don't know. I just didn't want to skip 8th grade. But my best friend went into the 2-year SP. So we became in different classes, and he started making friends with, he became best friend with this other kid. So then I started feeling like I was tagging along when I was with the two of them. But they had this thing about the number 19 where they said it in a funny way, like 19. So I kind of tried to copy that, but I always felt like, oh, no, this isn't even my thing. So we kind of, we kept in touch. I moved away. I moved to New Jersey, and he did come out to visit me one time. So we were still friends. And then after that, we kind of lost touch. I sent him this one letter when I was in college. It was really a mistake to send the letter because I was very 420'd out, let's just say. And I told him that in the letter, and I just was rambling on about all this, weird hippie stuff. And I assumed he was doing the same thing, but thinking back, he probably was not the kind of guy to do that, but I just assumed he was, and I said so in the letter. I looked him up on Facebook. He actually made the news. I saw some news articles about him. And I thought about emailing him, or messaging him, but I never did. But I heard from my other best friend on Facebook a few years back, and he just sent me this one message, and then that's it. I was really wondering about what happened to him. I don't know. But anyway, that's what the number 19 reminded me of. So, thank you so much for the 19 Go Populars. 17 also has a memory, and that's a college memory, because I had this friend. We ended up rooming together. He was my friend freshman year, and he had this roommate. Actually, the roommate hated him, and he hated the roommate. But I don't blame the roommate for hating us, thinking back, because we were very inconsiderate. We used to come to the room late at night. We'd play loud music while he was trying to sleep. Loud Grateful Dead music. So he had a good reason for hating us, but he was also kind of a dork. But he had this weird thing that he insisted that 17 is the most random number. And my friend and I looked at each other like, what the heck is he talking about? There's no such thing as, that doesn't even make sense. And my friend, actually, he was like an engineering major. He was like really good at math. He was like the smartest guy I ever met. And we used to laugh at this guy for saying 17 is the most random number. And then a couple of years ago, I read this article and it suddenly hit me what this guy was talking about. I finally figured out what he meant by 17 is the most random number. And it turned out there was some experiment done. They asked people to pick a number from 1 to 20. And if you ask people to just pick a random number from 1 to 20, more people pick 17 than any other number. Because it just kind of, I guess, seems random, like an odd number ending with 7, and it's, not 7, because 7 is a lucky number. So it's like 17. That's the number people pick when you ask them. I mean, more often, people pick all kinds of numbers, but that's the number that is most often chosen in that experiment. So that's what he means by 17 is the most random number. But he was insisting it like it's a fact of mathematics, which is just silly. But it's a psychological thing where people think of 17 as being random. But then I was discouraged. I read another experiment when they asked people to pick from 1 to 100. And 17 no longer wins the championship if you ask people to pick from 1 to 100. Instead of that, the winner is 37. 17 came in like third or fourth in that list. Then all the numbers were odd numbers, ending with 7. But 37 was the one that most people chose. Because, this kind of not too low and not too high, and kind of not near the half mark, not too 50%. It's kind of... So that's the number people pick more often than any if you ask them to choose from 1 to 100. Yes, random facts, random trivia. So anyway, I'm Seth Hillary. I do original songs and yap music, which is what I'm doing now. This is yap music because I'm yapping to music. Hearts is here. Hi, how are you? So, I do this Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 9 to 10 New York time. And I used to say Eastern time, but I find out that there are people from, yes, Yappy Hour. I said that. Actually, somebody, we came up with that last time. I know you want to take credit for it, but somebody said Yap Hour, and then I thought, oh, Yappy Hour. But we'll give you credit. You thought of it without hearing it from me, so. But I want credit because I thought of it first. So I'm glad you're enjoying my yap music, my yappy hour. So we did song hour and yappy hour. I also sometimes do unscheduled lives if I have the energy and I'm not too fatigued and I'm not working on something else and I feel like jumping in. Those lives are usually shorter. But I'm also, trying to play around with the schedule because like a year ago, I'd come on here and there'd be like hundreds of people in the room. And I don't know if I'm doing anything different, but now we have a much smaller group, which I appreciate everybody's here, but you can't blame me as an artist for wanting to have a bigger audience. So I kind of wonder what I got to do to get back that mojo. I'm not doing anything different that I can think of. I was actually debating. Believe it or not, I shouldn't admit this, but I asked ChatGPT for its opinion. I said, what should I call my live? It was called Original Songs and Good Vibes, but I thought, I want to use this yap music thing. So I asked ChatGPT whether I should say Original Songs and Yap music, or if I should say Original Songs and Yappy Hour. And we both agreed, me and ChatGPT both agreed that Yap music is better because, oh, hey, Yvonne, how are you? Because Yappy Hour implies that the whole hour is just yapping, which it's not. It's original songs and yap music. But it is Yappy Hour now. After the original songs, we do Yappy Hour. But it's not a whole hour. I wish I could make this go for a whole hour. but with my chronic fatigue. See, that lick is the intro to my song Long Haul, which I wrote about having this chronic fatigue from long COVID. And even if I'm not going to play it tonight, you can hear it on my WEBSITE. I don't know, the people on the platform, there should be a link in my profile. But if you're on the platform starting with Y, can you let me know whether you can see the link? Which it should take you to a link tree that has my WEB site and my Discord server invite link, as well as a support me link and all my streaming platforms. Well, not all of them, but the major streaming platforms. If you're on that platform starting with Y, can you tell me if you can see that link in my? I don't know what you. I actually don't know what you see when you're watching my live. I guess I could. I could, and I did this once, but it's pretty awkward. I could actually go to my browser, log into a different account, and go to my live and see my live. But then that's really awkward to do that while I'm live. So I don't really know what it is exactly that you can see. So I would love to know if you can see that link. There are 2 links that I have somehow provided, and I don't know, they're 2 different links. And I don't know which one, if either one or both, that you can see over there on the platform starting with the letter Y. Now I know that the platform whose name sounds like a clock has a LINK in my profile, and it says website. Now I'm wondering if I should actually just link to my website there, but right now it goes to a link tree. You don't see the link, huh? I don't know how to put it there. I don't know it should be like in the description of the live, in my profile. It should be, I don't know where it's supposed to be, but now I'm really tempted to just go over, do what I just said and go to my live and see what you see. Usually when I start ending the lives, I have to end them one at a time. I have 4 different, so I'm streaming on my phone to one app. Then I have 3 different other apps that I'm streaming to from my desktop computer. So I end those one at a time, and I usually save the platform starting whose name sounds like a clock for last, because that's kind of where I started. That's where I first got my boost to fame, and I was having hundreds of people in the live. And so I usually save that one for last, but maybe this time I'll save the other platforms for last. So I'm streaming to the platform with a Y, the horizontal platform with the T, and the 2 meta platforms through an app called Streamlabs. So I might end that one last, so I can, while I'm live, visit my my live on that platform and see what it looks like, so I can figure out what you can see and what you can't see. Maria, RJ, how are you? So I'm Seth Hillary. I do original songs, and right now it's a yappy hour where I'm doing yap music. And thank you everybody who's liking the live. We got almost 7,000 likes, which is totally awesome. And but I'm going to end the live pretty soon because of my fatigue and my long COVID. Well, I say that as if they're 2 different things, so they're actually the same thing. So, some people don't even think COVID was real. Can you believe it or not? And some people have probably still never heard of long COVID. And those that have, I've come across people who think it's not real, or that chronic fatigue syndrome isn't real. It's like, how could you possibly even say that? Well, you're just lazy. It's like, not only how could you know, how could you possibly know that, but how could you even believe that you're in a position to know that? It's like, are, are you in the body of someone like me who has this? How could you possibly know what I'm experiencing in my body? And you think like all these people talking about chronic fatigue are just lying or making it up? So I don't get, some people just, I don't know. But anyway, I'm Seth Hillary. I do original songs and music like right now. And I do this Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 9 to 10. Now, I usually, I have to admit, I'm always late. I often start late, like I did tonight. I started late. But I usually go over if I can. So I could say like 9 to 10:15 or 9 to 10:30, but because of the fatigue, I only want to commit to that 1 hour. Although you can see that I've gone over. We're up to an hour and a half now. I really would love to keep going for 2 hours, but I don't know if I can yap for that long. I guess if you ask me questions and stuff, I can. But eventually, I'm gonna have to lie down. I know it's really weird to be lying down and taking naps at 10:30 p.m., which is, that's what it is, my time. But it's too early to go to bed. But I really do need to go because I just realized I have some. I want to send out an email newsletter to my mailing list tomorrow morning. So I got to schedule it tonight. It's not finished. So I got to finish that before I go to bed. So I really do have to end the live. And if you want to join my Seth Heads newsletter, I really don't send it out very often, but I do send out when there's an announcement, and my new single is coming out on Friday. And I hope you'll hear it. You can pre-save it on my website. There's a link there. I guess I can say website now. I use these, I spell it out or say, because the algorithm, I've been told, is now suppressing people who are saying certain words like link in my bio. I guess that suppresses you. Oh no, I just said it, now I'm being suppressed. But since I'm ending the live soon anyway, I guess I can afford to be suppressed. Boy, my software is so laggy. So yeah, I'm gonna just yeah, I know. It's like people say things, they just don't. It's like, but you don't want to walk in my shoes. They probably smell. No, that's a silly joke. I just saw that joke. Oh, I saw that joke on TV just the other day. We're watching, my wife and I, we watch one show at a time, and we're pretty much limited to Netflix. I know there are all these great shows on HBO, and people talk about Slow Horses, which is on Apple Plus and everything, but I don't want to just, one streaming service is enough, and one TV show. We watch TV, we have dinner when we watch TV, and we watch one episode of one show per night. So we pick a series, and then we usually stick with it unless we don't like it. So we recently have been watching the Netflix show called Resident Alien. And the show is really great, actually. If you have Netflix and you want a show to watch, the show's really, it's funny. But also at the same time, they have these characters that you can really, some of the characters, like this is one guy who's a total jerk, but yeah, you end up like rooting for him anyway. They have these personal stories that, these struggles that they go through, along with all this funny stuff about this alien. But anyway, I really should end the live so I can finish my email newsletter. I hope you can go to my website. If you can see the link in my profile, if you can, it's SethHillary.com or SethHillaryMusic.com. Either one of those will work. You can pre-save my new single. You can stream or download my music. And the downloads are actually, it's name your price, starting at free. I also have artist merch on my website, and I'm working on creating a new t-shirt. I hope to have it within the next couple of days, um, based on the song I did earlier, Being Me. It's going to say, I don't worry, I'm too busy being me. And so I have merch based on album covers and also based on song lyrics. So anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. Oh, and thank you, RJ, for the follow. Oh, I hope he's still here. I don't know how long ago that message came. And thank you, Marv, for the share. And thank you, Marv, for the follow. Sorry if I missed you and you're gone and I didn't get to thank you in person. I'm so sorry because I was yapping. I was yap musicking and I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Okay, so I'm going to end the chat on there's nobody here. On this platform, it's a vertical platform starting with the letter C. And I'm streaming from my phone there because that's the only way you can stream there. And it's a platform. It's kind of similar to TikTok, but it's different. And I can stream there, and I see people popping in and out, but people aren't hanging out for a long time. Like Arlen is here. Hey, Arlen. So, but Arlen left, I think. So anyway, I'm going to end the live there. If you're there, thanks for being here, and I hope to see you again Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday from 9 to 10 New York time. I do original songs and yap music. Okay, I ended it there. Now there's this other platform that's a streaming only platform starting with the letters FAV, and I did get somebody there who sent me some love tonight. Thank you. I object, Your Honor, for sending me the tuned in and leaving the nice comments. So I'm going to end the live there now. Good night. If anybody's still there. Oh, I had more followers there than usual. Okay. I still don't get that platform. Okay, so now I usually save TikTok till last, but I really got to do this experiment on YouTube. So good night to TikTok. All right. Let's see how many viewers we had. I probably shouldn't tell you. Oh God. It's really low compared to what it used to be. It's like 1% of the, or 1 to 5% of what I used to get a year ago. The number of viewers. I don't get it. But we're still trying. Okay, so let me close this app. And now I am going to try this experiment with YouTube, where I am going to open a browser. This is going to be weird for a second because I'm going to have to, okay, I'm going to go to a different account. And then I'm going to see if I can find my live. So I'm searching for myself now because I really want to see. Oh, no, I don't want to. Okay, so now, no, this is not what I want to do. What do I want to do? Okay, go to my channel. Okay, now. Okay, now I'm searching for myself. Okay, here's my live. Okay, now I got to turn off the audio. Otherwise, it's going to echo. Now, how do I turn off the audio? I got to turn off the audio. Okay, here's my live. Okay, I got to turn off the audio. Well, I don't see how I can turn off the audio, but I can see my live now. Yeah, and it's not showing my links. Now, if you click on my profile, there you can see my link. Okay, yeah, you have to go to my profile before you can see my links. I get it now. Okay, everybody, thank you for being here. I hope to see you next